Let's take a look at the shell method in action. Say, for example, we have y equals the square root of x. Let's graph that. Looks like this. And let's say we want to rotate this region about the y-axis. And I need to give you a little more information. Let's say we're going to rotate this region up to x equals 2. So we're going to be bounded by x equals 2. We're going to rotate this about the y-axis. So we're going to use the shell method. The shell method says we take the integral from a to b of 2 pi times the shell radius times the shell height. So I'm going to take the integral over x now. So I go start from here and end over here. So that's going to be from 0 to 2. Those are just the smallest and biggest x values in this region. Now the 2 pi is a constant, so I can just pull that out. And then now, what's the shell radius? The shell radius is when I take a look at this thing getting rotated all the way around, what is the radius from the axis of rotation to my x value? Well, in that case, it's just x. And in fact, whenever we rotate about the y-axis, it's just x. Then, what is the shell height? Well, the shell height means for some x value, say here, what is the height of this line? Well, that's just exactly the square root of x because that tells me the height. So we need to take the integral of 2 pi times the radius, which is just x, times the height, which is the square root of x. And we take that with respect to x. So let's go ahead and take that integral. We have 2 pi times the integral. Well, when we take this integral, we're going to actually rewrite this x times the square root of x. Well, that's x to the 3/2. So when I take the integral of that, I'm going to add 1. So that's x to the 5/2. But then I need to divide by 5/2, which is the same as multiplying by 2 over 5. And I evaluate that from 0 to 2. So at this point now, I have 4 over 5 pi times, plug in the 2, that's 2 to the 5/2, and then plug in the 0, well, that's just 0. So we could simplify this to a decimal, however we want to do it, but this will be our solution. If you like this video, be sure to check out the next one, where I'm going to give another example where the axis is a little different. Also, be sure to like and subscribe. That way you don't miss out on any helpful tips.